Have you ever wondered how a cookie can become a house? Today we're going to learn how gingerbread goes from squishy dough to hard walls, how to stack pieces so they stand up strong, and how to use frosting and candy to hold it all together. By the end, you'll know the secrets to building your own gingerbread house that won't fall down. Welcome to Goalie's Pip Academy. Let's start at the very beginning. Before we have a gingerbread house, we need gingerbread. And gingerbread starts as a big bowl of ingredients mixed together. We've got flour, which is like a powder made from ground up wheat. We add brown sugar to make it sweet and yummy. Then comes the special part, ginger. That's a spice that gives gingerbread its name and its special taste. It's a little bit spicy, a little bit sweet. We also add butter, eggs, and a sticky syrup called molasses. Molasses is dark brown and super thick, kind of like honey but with a different flavor. When you mix all these ingredients together, something magical happens. They turn into dough. We roll out our soft dough and cut it into shapes. We need walls, a front wall, a back wall, and 2 side walls. We also need 2 pieces for the roof. Once we've cut out all our shapes, we carefully put them on a baking sheet and slide them into the oven. Inside the oven, it's really, really hot, usually around 350 degrees. That's way hotter than the hottest summer day. As the gingerbread bakes, you might smell that wonderful, gingery, spicy smell filling up the kitchen. After about 12 to 15 minutes, the gingerbread is done. When you take it out of the oven, it's not soft anymore, it's hard. It's sturdy. Tap it with your finger and you'll hear a little knock-knock sound. The heat completely transformed our squishy dough into something strong enough to build with. All right, let's see if you were paying attention. Here comes quiz question number 1, multiple choice question. What happens to gingerbread dough when you bake it in the oven? A, it stays soft and squishy. B, it turns into liquid. C, it becomes hard and strong. Or D, it disappears. Take a moment to think about it. The answer is C, it becomes hard and strong. Great job if you got that right. Now that we have our hard gingerbread pieces, it's time to talk about the fun part, building.
Hey, you're watching Goalie's Pip Academy, where we teach about science, geography, history, everything about the whole world. If you want to watch these classes with no ads, no distractions, go to getgoalie.com.
But building a gingerbread house isn't as simple as just sticking pieces together any old way. We need to think like engineers. Engineers are people who design and build things. They build bridges, buildings, robots, and all kinds of cool stuff. Let's think about how to build our walls first. We need 4 walls to make a box shape. But here's the tricky part. If we just stand up one wall by itself, what do you think will happen? It'll fall right over. That's gravity doing its job. A single flat wall standing up all alone is not very stable. So what do? We need to connect the walls together. When we attach the front wall to the side walls and the side walls to the back wall, we make a strong box shape. Each wall helps hold up the other walls. But we need something to stick the walls together. We can't just hold them with our hands forever. This is where our special building glue comes in. And guess what? Our glue is something you can eat. It's royal icing. Royal icing is made from powdered sugar, egg whites, and a tiny bit of lemon juice. When royal icing dries, it becomes very hard and strong. It's like cement for gingerbread. Professional bakers use royal icing to build giant gingerbread houses that are taller than you. Here's how we use it. We squeeze a line of royal icing along the edge of one wall, like we're drawing with a white marker. Then we carefully press another wall against it. The icing squishes a little bit and fills in any gaps. Then we have to hold it steady for a minute or 2 while the icing starts to dry and get hard. Now let's talk about the roof. The roof is probably the trickiest part of building a gingerbread house. Why? Because the roof pieces don't stand straight up like walls. They lean. They sit at an angle, and that makes gravity try even harder to pull them down. So we need to be extra smart about building the roof. First, we make sure our 4 walls are completely dry and sturdy. The walls are going to hold up the roof, so they need to be super strong. Then we put a really thick line of royal icing along the top edges of the walls where the roof will sit. Next, we carefully place one roof piece on the icing. We hold it at an angle, leaning against the top of the house. We might need to hold it for a few minutes while the icing starts to set. Then, we add the second roof piece. This one has to meet the first piece at the very top, right at the peak of the house. The icing needs to dry completely before we can let go and trust that the roof will stay up. This might take 30 minutes or even an hour, but once it's dry, you've got yourself a real gingerbread house. You've used engineering and gravity and sticky icing to build a structure that stands up all by itself. Let's check in with another quiz question. True or false? You can use frosting like glue to stick gingerbread pieces together. Think about what we just learned. That's true. We use royal icing, which is a special kind of frosting, like glue, for our gingerbread house. When it dries, it gets hard and holds everything together. Awesome! Okay, now comes the really fun part. Once our house is built and the icing is dry, it's time to decorate. This is where you get to be creative and make your house look amazing. And guess what we use for decorations? Candy! But here's the thing, candy isn't just for making our house look pretty. We can also use candy in smart ways to make our house even stronger and more interesting. Let's talk about some different candies and how they work. First up, we've got more royal icing. Remember, royal icing is our glue. So when we want to stick candy onto our house, we use icing. We can pipe icing around the door to make it look fancy. We can make icicles hanging from the roof by letting icing drip down and dry. We can even write messages or draw designs with icing. Now let's talk about candy decorations. Peppermint candies are really popular. You know those round ones with the red and white swirls? They're perfect for making a path leading up to the door. You just put a dab of icing on the back of each candy and press it onto the gingerbread or onto the board where your house sits. Gumdrops are another great choice. They're soft and colorful and come in lots of flavors. You can use gumdrops to line the edges of the roof, kind of like lights on a real house. You can make a gumdrop garden next to your house. You can even use gumdrops to make bushes or trees. Candy canes can become posts for a fence around your house. Pretzel sticks work great too. You can stick them into icing to make a little fence. M&Ms, Skittles, and other little round candies are perfect for making patterns. You can line them up along the edges of the roof. You can make a colorful door out of them. You can spell out words or make designs. The possibilities are endless. The secret to great decorating is planning ahead a little bit. Think about where you want different decorations to go. Big, heavy candies need more icing to hold them on. Small, light candies need just a tiny dab. And remember, gravity is always pulling. So if you put something heavy near the top of your house, make sure it's really stuck on with lots of icing. Here's one more quiz to see if you've got it. Multiple choice question. Why is it important to build your gingerbread house carefully so the walls are straight? A, so it looks pretty in pictures. B, so gravity doesn't make it fall down. C, so you can eat it faster. Or D, so the candy tastes better. What do you think? The answer is B, so gravity doesn't make it fall down. When we build our walls straight and strong, we're working with gravity instead of fighting against it. Great thinking! Building a gingerbread house is really a mix of science, engineering, and art, all combined into one delicious project. You're not just making a cute decoration, you're actually doing real science and engineering, just like the people who build real houses. The best part, once you're done looking at your beautiful gingerbread house and showing it to everyone, you can actually eat it. Just break off pieces and munch away. All that hard work becomes a tasty treat. Thanks for learning with us here at Pip Academy. Now you're a gingerbread engineer. Happy building!
My mind is blown! Where can I learn more about these videos? Oh yeah, getgoalie.com. There's no ads, there's no junk, just cool stuff for kids and a dedicated tablet. Check it out, getgoalie.com.